Hey everybody, Duff here, and we are going to do another very special VIP tournament. They are a fun chance to play hole for hole with some celebrities, some game developers, and even some fellow players. We're going to throw some fun missions at you, and as you complete those, we're going to get you some very cool rewards. Now, for the first time ever, we are joined by a player from Africa. Jaco, sorry, I'll get it right eventually. You knew I was going to screw it up at least once. Welcome to your VIP tournament, my friend.
Hey, Duff, what's up?
I am doing fantastic. I'm very excited to have you here. We're going to go ahead and play Randpark, a course not too far down the road from you. And like I said before in the little intro there, you are our very first player to join us from Africa. So thank you so much for doing that.
No, it's an honor and a pleasure. And I hope I can inspire some of the other SA guys to join as well.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So go ahead, buddy. You can tee off. Play your first shot here. Now we are playing...
Okay.
We are playing Randpark, which is up Johannesburg way. So if you picture South Africa, right at the tip of Africa there on the bottom. Joburg up kind of in the northeast side. This is just outside of that.
And you asking me where I am?
So now you
right
are
slap bang in the middle.
You're right between Cape Town and how do you say it? Is it Dar? How do you say it?
Dar, yes. It's a small little town in the Karoo area. And it's like 780 kilometers away from Joburg and the same distance from Cape Town. So we're really slap bang in the middle of that. Quite far away from everything, to be honest.
That's. I also live in a country where there is lots of open space, and yeah, we can be quite far away from stuff too. How big of a town is it? How much population?
Yeah, it's I think around about 140,000.
So it's not a small town. It's got everything you need, right?
Yeah, we're still about 3 or 4 weeks behind the rest of the country, but still, we're close.
That's cool. Now we got to ask. So here we are in the early May. What's the temperature outside there today?
We did work in degrees Celsius. I know there's a lot of guys that's on the Fahrenheit stuff and whatever, but we're on degrees Celsius and currently, what is it? Let me just check quickly. 17 degrees Celsius.
Oh, so that's not bad. My lack of when you hear Africa, you assume, oh man, it's hot all the time. 17's not bad.
Yep.
And yeah, for you American folks, because you're the only ones in the world using Fahrenheit, get with the times, man. What's 17? Double it at 30. That'd be mid-60s, I think. Maybe high 60s. Anyway, here we go. Reverend making his approach shot on hole 1 here with the Bigfoot. Let's start off Randpark. Hopefully with a drop. Ball is away. Let's watch this come in. It's going to be close, actually. Oh, Jaco! Off the pin to start your VIP tournament. Hell of a shot to start there, buddy.
Story of my life. Man.
Yeah,
okay.
that was fantastic. Here, we'll go to hole 2 here. Now, Firethorn. So that's the part of Randpark we're playing here. So Randpark has 2 courses. Firethorn and Bush Willow. We are playing Firethorn. So It has been Golf Digest named top 100 courses in the world. So kind of cool we have it in Ultimate Golf. I know it's a fun course to play. I've played it many, many times. Now, here's the announcement part of this. So the reason we had you playing this is because we're going to add the other half of Randpark to the game, Bush Willow. So if you have if you're not familiar with that course or you want to play it, Now, you're watching this video, and that means Bush Willow has just been released. If you want your early look into that course, go ahead, pick up that Ultimate Pass on Ultimate Golf, and you're going to get a first look at Bush Willow. Bush Willow, rumor has it, wider fairways, fewer hazards, and plays easier than Randpark.
Nothing is easy on UG.
It's not. Well, get a little Whispering Pines action once in a while. That can be easy. All right, Reverend, hole 2, par 5. We are going for an albatross here.
Let's hope this one is just as close or drops on me. It's again one of those that it either goes or it doesn't.
So as you're sitting up here and trying to figure out what you're going to do, I'm going to do my best to distract you with questions because I know how this works.
You're doing a hell of a job of it.
I know. So what originally brought you to Ultimate Golf? Do you remember?
I was playing, believe it or not, Clash of Clans with my son. And one day I was scrolling through games and stuff, and I saw this game, and I decided to give it a go. And yeah, here I am today.
Those first couple months can be a little bit of a learning curve, and you've turned yourself into quite the little tournament player here. Do you remember kind of how that changed? How you went from being finishing middle of the pack to now you're up near the top and everything?
Actually, I do. The whole story started with I was in my first club was Hole in One. Started playing with them, then moved up to Get Good. Learned a lot of stuff there, and then somehow, I don't know exactly how it was, but I got connected with Lima, one of my current teammates, and he changed the whole way I thought about this game. And yeah, let's see what else.
Yes, Albatross on 2, using that Hellfire, hell of a shot. Finish with your Lima story, though.
He taught me a lot of stuff, and the first ever video I watched was from Jared, and the second one was from you. And then I picked up the gentleman called Mr. Jimmy Banger, and I watched a couple of his videos, and I must say, between you, Jared, and Jimmy, it tickled the whole thing for me to really start doing the finer stuff right. And look, I'm way from top of the food chain, but this stuff has really helped a lot. And if I can maybe encourage the lower and middle class guys at this stage, just go for it. And keep on trying, keep on practicing, watch the videos that's available to everyone, because we all know there's a couple of people always having something to say and moaning and groaning, but the tools are there, the videos are there. Some of the best in the world has got videos out there, so why not use it? Don't be stupid.
I think the biggest thing to take from all that is using the communities. Like you said, you were in one country club, then you were in another, and then you got hooked up with Lima, and then you started watching a couple videos, and use the resources that are available to you. Use your community. You actually make friends doing this. It's very, very cool to win and discuss stuff as a team and as friends, rather than try and go at it alone. I mean, you're more than welcome to go at it alone if you want, but
afterwards, I moved from... Damn, where did that thing go? I moved from Get Good to Whiskey Business. I think you know some of the scoundrels in there as well. And since then, my game has even picked up more, because it's the greatest bunch of guys sharing knowledge, giving advice. And that's the main thing, like you just emphasized, the guys that's battling out there, talk to your guys and join a club that's willing and able to assist you, to help you if you want to take the game to the next level.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, are we going to go back to back on drops here, Jaco?
I'm not going to put any money on this one. But let's go.
Let's see what he can do. Hole 3, Firethorn, Randpark, Reverence, away. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Look at that! Big drop. $9.99 Eagle. Jaco off to a hot start here. 2 for 3 with the only miss being off the pin on one there. Fantastic start. The Reverence.
Yeah, I know it's going to happen. I'm going to play a hell of a round today, but the next day when I enter the tournaments, it's all going to be back to normal.
That's how it always works, right? It's no different than the practice pins in like the showdown and that. You always hit the practice shot and then miss the real attempt.
And that's the exact reason why you won't find me using any pins ever on par 3s. Never. I've thrown my phone. I've done a lot of things because of those. And it makes it just it's demotivating.
It happens. I like to use practice pins in the par 3s for the longer ones. Especially if I'm using like Holy Driver or maybe a Hellfire or a Root situation. That's where I myself like to use the practice pins on the par 3s.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go there.
So, tell us a little bit about South Africa. So we already established you are pretty much in like the middle of the country, halfway between Cape Town and Joburg.
Yes,
have you always been there? Did you are you born raised?
I was born and raised. Yes, I went away to do army duty for a year and a half, and then I came back and I started working here, and I've been here ever since. So yeah, South Africa is an excellent and a cheap destination for, especially you guys from the States. The rand being so low as it is, you get really a lot worth, money's worth when you come here. Cape Town is awesome this time of year as well, and not as bad in the winter, but it's really an awesome place. There's other places as well. Durban, you go to the south coast. Awesome. The west coast is a different kettle of fish. It's very cold waters over there, but nice seafood, and like I said, it's cheap to stay here, and the booze as well.
Now, I understand sports are huge in South Africa, right? So like rugby, soccer, cricket are some of the big ones.
Yes.
You guys hosted World Cup back in 2010.
Yes.
Rugby World Cup. Are you a rugby guy at all? I realized the Rugby World Cup was there in 95.
I'm a huge Springbok supporter. And cricket as well, the Proteas, they have let us down a bit lately. But, well, you keep supporting your team, right?
That's like for me, I'm a hockey guy, and I'm a Vancouver Canuck fan, and my family's all Toronto Maple Leafs fan, and oh man,
I've tried to watch American sports, but it just doesn't work for me.
It's tough.
Some of the things.
It's like me watching. I'm good with rugby, but cricket, I might as well be sure, whatever. I spend half my time Googling stuff.
Nah.
Can he complete the hat trick? Oh, little right there. 1790 on the long par 5.
Close but no cigar.
We'll take an eagle there. We'll take an eagle there on that par 5.
No, for sure.
You're still batting 500. Through 4, we've got 2 drops, 2 near misses. The Reverend off to a fantastic start.
Yeah. And if we can maybe elaborate a bit about the guys at Whiskey Business, you feel quite intimidated at points when you start doing what I did and just compare yourself to some of the best in the world. And that's just, you shouldn't do that. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your mind. It's unbelievable the level of play that some of those guys have. It's really awesome. And to be part of that outfit, well, it was a dream come true for me, actually.
It's a bunch of good guys having some fun. Now, you'll notice, in honor of our friend here, having a sip from my giraffe mug. Now, Africa, of course, home to the big five animals. Now, yes. I know you yourself, you like to do a little bit of hunting now and again.
Yes, I do.
I think that is kind of a big part of African life and culture even, is it not?
It is. With the rugby, it's usually biltong and beer. Biltong being, I think you guys call it beef jerky or something. It's dried meat, venison. And that's pretty much part and parcel of life.
So you're bringing that, the biltong. So yeah, it's like a dried meat. I've had it actually. It's very good. I actually do have a list of some other words in that from South Africa, and I wonder if you can. You're obviously going to know what these are, but explain us what they are. So first off, an easy one would be braai. So which is go ahead.
You get yourself some top quality. Do you first want to watch this lightning rod thing, the big stick? I took out Michael Dupker's stick here.
No, we can do it all at the same time, man. Just keep playing and we chat.
You make a nice fire, good wood, get some good wood going. And like I said, some quality lamb chops. What other thing that we call is boerewors, which is sausage made from beef, venison, and all nice stuff and spices. And that's a braai. The addition to that is yes, there it goes
in the hole. Now you guys might have seen the Bigfoot there on the replay, but I assure you that was a lightning rod. It was just a little oopsie there with the software catching up. But yes, big lightning drop there in the headwind. And continue with we call it barbecue, but continue with your story.
You guys call it the barbecue. We do the braai thing. And together with that is we make toasted sandwiches, which consist of tomato, onions, and cheese, with also some nice spices and stuff involved. That's if you marry a lady in South Africa, the first thing you ask her if she can make braaibroodjies. If you can't, no. Next.
Swipe. All right, so we saw you adding a couple pins there, I do believe, on this shorter part 4.
Put the multi-stat on that. It looked like I might get to no adjust, or maybe just not.
Look at this. Jaco bombing it off the tee. This should leave a nice little easy hive.
I don't think it's going to be a no adjust.
I don't think so either. But you guys will notice here, full top spin on that hive. The reason he does that, he wants to get this ball on the ground as fast as possible. Get it out of the wind to give yourself all the opportunity to make that drop. Quicker you get it on the ground, less wind, less you have to adjust. He's a right to left guy in the needle. A man after my own heart. And easy drop. $9.99. We are quickly turning this one into a tough challenge. Good job, man. Huge.
Some days they drop and some days they just don't drop. I wanted to ask Mike what they're doing with the algorithms and stuff. Because one day I feel like I beat Lima. And the next day I can't even,
That's all on you, my man. There's no engine telling it if it's going to go in or not. The only engine's this one, in your head.
Yes, it is, Duff. You're 100% correct. And as you play along, you start to figure out that this thing has got such small tweaks that you need to make. And that's the difference between making a drop or not. small, very small adjustments that ends you up either dropping it or don't drop it.
And it's all about setting goals for yourself too, right? Like I remember when I first started playing, it was to have a round where all my tiebreakers were in the 800s, and that was considered a win. And then it was, all right, let's get them all in the 850s, and then you wanted to start getting a drop or two. So now, if you're new to this game, the colloquial term we all use is drop. So a drop would be like an eagle on a par 4, an ace on a par 3, or an albatross on a par 5. Basically, it's one extra shot, right? You're getting it in one shot early, and then as you set these expectations for yourself, all of a sudden you're going, like myself, I kind of expect to make them all now, and it's fun figuring out exactly what it takes to get there. The little tweaks for each hole and the green reads, right? As you play this game enough, you figure out, this one you need to aim just a little bit left because it breaks hard right at the pin and stuff like that.
Exactly. You know what? I was never one to keep notes. I know a lot of the top guys are keeping notes, and that is exactly maybe the reason why I'm not at the top yet. Is because of that. You need to check and realize what each green is doing with each shot you played, so that next time you come around, you know what's going to happen, and you can adjust for it. There's a lot of tools out there and stuff that can help you. You just need to practice and use them to your advantage. I mean, they're out there.
Get in the hole. Oh!
Damn.
The downhill pull. Gotcha. Great attempt though there. So we were talking about some words in that, and you mentioned we're talking about Bry, and you said the biltong and the. Now, if I were to say let's go have a dop, what does that mean? I might be saying it wrong.
You pronounce it more dop.
Dop. Let's go have a dop.
Let's go have a dop. It's the same like let's go have a beer. Let's go have a
yes.
That's it. It's a South African word.
Now, would you have one at a shebeen?
You can if you want to. Shebeens is like the locals have shebeens. They have taverns, and then you have the local pubs and stuff. They're also still going well. So yeah, shebeen, a bar, pub, they're all here.
So as you're setting up for this,
I'm gonna have to go lightning rod again.
Yeah, it worked last time. So as you're figuring this out, so for us, like a barbecue or a cookout, it's kind of like an all-day event, and you have your buddies over, and yeah, you might have a couple of pops, and the kids are playing their own games and that. Like, run us through a traditional day for you, having your buddies over and having the Bry. Are the boys sitting around staring at it and having a beer, or how does it work?
Yeah, it usually starts off around about 2-3 in the afternoon. The guys everybody brings their own favorite cut of meat or what they want to braai. And the wives are usually at the salad end of it. And they do that. And then it goes on. We have enough wood available to last a lifetime because there's a lot of thorn trees and stuff in SA. So we are not afraid to use wood. We will use a lot of it. And it goes on till 9, 10, 11, 12 next morning, depend on how hungry the women and children get. All right, this lightning rod is away. We're going to see the rollout on this. Look at that. Catches that left to right, right at the pin. Bam. There's that experience we were talking about. And look at that, back-to-back aces on the par threes here in the front half of Randpark Firethorn. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say as well. Oh, this one is going to go.
Tailwind!
It's gonna go. Russ Edwards, here it comes. Let's let it go. Maybe a pin. Yeah. That what happened there on the previous hole was it's just use your ball guide to show you what the ball is gonna do. And yeah, it shows you, and then you can adjust according to that. It's not a rocket science. It's just something you need to practice.
So the ball guide, we can talk about that for a minute. So you'll see numbers on the ball guide. So it'll be, you might see like an 86 for Hellfire, for example. And what that means is you're going to see 86% of the rollout after that first bounce. So if it's 100, you're going to see 100% of it. Look at this. He's going to make the green using that pin. And so you can use that knowledge of the shot view and the shot guide to base your aiming points. Now, I just want to talk about this hole. So if you guys are watching this playing along, you're going to have that same tailwind. So two options there. You can go to a ball with less wind reduction. So that's going to give you more wind, which is going to give you more of a push in that tail and get on the green. Or you could do like Reverend did here, add a pin to add power to your shot off the tee. It also adds a little bit of top spin, and there you are looking at that 1330 TV on hole 9.
If you're gonna go DX there, you're gonna end up way over the green. So rather put in a little more control over the wind.
All right, so through 9 here, Jaco with a huge round going, minus 17. What a start here at the Reverend VIP tournament. All right, Jaco off to a hot start there on the front. Here we are at the turn, about to start the back 9. Now I ask everyone this: are you have a beer and a hot dog kind of guy at the turn if you're playing normal golf, or you just like to get right to it and start the back?
Definitely, Duff.
I am.
Is it the turn now?
It is the turn, so you can go ahead, start the back, and there you go, grabbing himself. We like to call it aiming fluid. Grab yourself a little aiming fluid for the back 9 here. Not like you need it though. 17 under after 9. Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit of in Afrikaans we call it akkuraatsaus. Accuracy juice.
There you go. Same thing. Aiming fluid. It's awesome.
Yeah, more or less.
Now, do you get a chance to golf much in the real world? Have you golfed in the past? Tell us your golfing experience.
Yes, I have in the past, Duff, and then I got a huge shoulder injury when I was doing my duty in the army with rugby and stuff. And that cut my golfing a bit short. I've played on actually the Sun City course that you know from the Nedbank $1 Million golf tournament. I played that course. I've played the links in George. George is a coastal city. It's called Fancourt. I think you might have heard of it. It's an awesome place, and there's a couple of international tournaments that has taken place there. It's a damn of a course to play because of the links. It's part of it. I don't understand why they can put so many hills in the damn fairway. They don't belong there. So yeah, I have played. I turned on a 11 handicap, I think it was.
Well, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad. But like I said, and then got cut short a bit.
There's a very famous skit by Robin Williams where he talks about the origins of golf, and it was I'll paraphrase it obviously because you have to when it's Robin Williams, but
yes.
He talks about we're going to put the hole hundreds of yards away, and they ask, is it going to be like a bowling alley, nice and straight? He says, no, we're going to put stuff in the way. We're going to put hills and valleys and hazards. And sometimes you got to wonder, these course designers, right? They go out and play it or however their process is, and they go, you know what? if we put a tree right here just to mess with them, and how many times have you been on the course and go, man, I know, they got me.
You are so right, and you are doing a damn good impersonation of him. You just need the Irish accent on that one.
I'm not doing this because of my ability to impersonate people.
Well, you did good.
All right, let's get the drop here.
This green has got. Let's see where we're going with this one.
So you can see turning your screen here to get that wind arrow kind of oriented north-south. So that's going to help you immensely. If you're starting out, you're a little bit of a beginner, that is probably tip number 1. Orient that screen. Get it so that wind's going north and south. And now you can have some consistency when you're making your adjustments. The other stuff, the fine-tuning stuff, like he's pulling down a hill here, so he kind of under-adjusted a little bit for the big drop.
Yes.
999. Look at this guy go. Sitting here, he's got his cheaters on, playing a little golf on the tablet, and he's just dropping them left, right, and center.
That's worth a sip.
There you go. Definitely earned himself a little sip there. Reverend, minus 19 through 10. Now,
and then the other thing is, Duff, one shouldn't get too serious with this game. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun, is it? You get guys that get so worked up about it, and they just end up being miserable. Yeah, like I said, have fun, enjoy it.
It is like anything. Some of the best times I've had playing Ultimate Golf have been playing with buddies. Like we'll get on Discord or other Zoom back in the day, and we would play rounds together, and yeah, we might have a couple of pops there, a little some aiming fluid, and just hang out and talk about the game, talk about life, talk about our kids, talk about anything we're doing, and have some fun with it. There's no fun sitting there putting yourself under all this pressure and, oh, I gotta make the drops, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. I even found myself, when I relax a little bit and play a little bit faster than I normally do, which is exactly what you're doing here, the drops come, right? And look what you've done so far. You're absolutely destroying Randpark early, and we're just having fun with it, right? Now you're gonna have to earn a drop here, I think.
Yes, I'm gonna go with my favorite Hive and see what it does. It's a little bit of a calculation I need to do on this one to get myself there, but there's gonna be some and some right. I'm really trying to. You see, that's where the problems come in.
So you can see the ball guide there, and so you'll notice, here's a little Duff's tip of the day. So he opted to use a pin there, but he used the driver in Woods one. The reason he used that rather than one for all the clubs is he didn't want the accuracy boost for this approach, for this Hive shot. He didn't care off the tee if the adjustments would be a little bit different, and that's what happens when you add a pin with accuracy. Is your adjustments are going to be a little bit different. So he wanted that.
Correct.
He wanted the distance off the tee, but he didn't want the accuracy for this. So that's why I think he chose that one. Now, Hive, of course, end game is the wedge to go to. Early on in the game, if you guys are new in your Ultimate Golf career or your experience, I'd be looking at Atlas a lot. You want to basically be picking the clubs that have the most shot view. Accuracy is semi-important, but shot view, definitely top spin are really, really good things to have around the tees, around the pins,
that in your
wedges.
Some of your very first videos as well.
Yeah, Zeus, another real good one to use. They kind of flip-flop back and forth as your clubs progress.
Now this needs to go now.
Get back in the hole. Go. Look at this. He throws it past the pin, reels on it, Sucks it back in. Look at that. That is a fantastic shot there. That was a very difficult backspin, hive approach. 21 under after 11 here at Firethorn at Randpark. So as I was doing a little research on Randpark, found a little fun fact. So, certain parts of Africa or certain parts of South Africa dealing with some power issues and water issues, and of course, just with the geography.
Yes, unfortunately.
And where everything is, just the nature of the beast of where they are. Firethorn actually, in the last couple of years, upgraded to solar power. So they're using solar power for their cores. And they recycle all of their water for irrigation. So nice job,
Yes.
Randpark, doing their best to help out the neighboring communities and themselves and just the environment in general there. So good work, Randpark.
Well, this is one of those holes that I'm most probably, because I'm not doing too badly, just go for it and see where I end up, or I might just not. Oh,
So,
you see, it's just not there.
So let's show them the little hot spot. So just on the left side of that trap, if you can get far enough off the tee, the 9% power ball here might be hurting him a little. Might have gone to a 10% on this hole, but see, look at that expanded ball guide. See that? There's a little hot spot there just on that side of the trap. I don't know if you're going to get there. You might have to play back. You know what? I'm going to let you talk your way through this.
I'm just gonna give it overpower as much as I can and see what happens. Let's go. Why not?
Grip it and rip it, he says.
Go.
I hope this doesn't end up short. Oh, it catches it. Look at this. It's going to be short of the green, but this is going to be a very, very makeable chip.
Yeah, let's hope. The trusted old voodoo.
Randpark Firethorn doing its best to try and take one back from Jaco here.
Let's see. Probably just voodoo. I just love the run out,
Yep, me too.
and if I'm lucky, this will drop.
Let's see if he can save the eagle. Great left, won't matter. Watch the rollout. Yes! Saves eagle from
Good.
off the green.
Nah.
Now let's look at this. 2, -2, -2, -2, -2. 4 in a row. No, that's 5 in a row. As we go to hole
Yeah, it's
13.
going well. It's going well. And the game has changed so much now. To take that shot or that hole for an example, I couldn't get to the green, so I'm not going to get those TP points. And TP points has gotten very much part of the game now. And if you go low TB, that's difference between maybe a second and a 10th place.
The parity in this game absolutely has changed a lot in the last probably 6 to 9 months. Yeah, you obviously want to get the ball in the hole as often as possible, but you want to miss by the least amount of margin as you can. Especially for the
possible.
new showdown format too, right? So a recent change to the showdown format is we are carrying over tiebreaker points from round to round. So not in individual rounds. So you can't. We're not. If you replay 3 times, you're not going to be able to count 3 rounds worth of tiebreaker points. But if you 3 days of qualifiers in the showdown, so we're going to take your lowest score, but we're going to carry over the tiebreaker points that went with that lowest score into the semifinal, and then again semifinal. We're going to take your lowest score over all your replays. And we're going to add that to your qualifying round tiebreaker points, and you're going to carry those over to the final, which means it's essentially giving you a 1-stroke advantage over the field if you can have really high tiebreaker points.
Correct.
So kind of a
100% correct. Duff.
kind of a neat little way to reward you for doing well in the opening and qualifying rounds.
Yes. Well, here's now obviously an example of pulling downhill with a headwind. There's many ways to approach this, but this is what I usually use is the setup, probably right in the hole or even at the back of the hole, and then pray.
That's funny. It's always when the ball's in the air. It's like, come on, ball, come on, ball, come on, ball. We were having a little chat earlier in a group chat earlier about playing when your loved one's in the room, and we all sometimes get a little spicy, right? Like the language might on a miss get a little out there, and I do something where I would take a shot and then I would turn it either to one of my kids or my wife or whatever, and be like, "Did it go in? Did it go in?" And they would tell me either yes or no, or mess with me sometimes. But it was a fun little way, not even really to include them, but to let them share in either your joy or your misery. All right, close your eyes. I'll tell you if it goes in. Get the hole. It does. One hop and in.
Good.
Jaco, absolutely on fire. This is not easy. You got me yapping in your ear the whole time. You know people are gonna watch this later. Minus 25 through 13 here at Randpark.
Duff, what's the problem here is Snipey McSnipe played the other VIP, and look what he did to it. So I'm never going to hear the end of it if I'm not going to maybe post a decent score at least.
He had one of the greatest performances I've seen at Banff when we shot that one. It's absolutely incredible. And he missed a gimme chip
difficult.
too. This is a very long par 5. The par 5s at Randpark, not easy.
No.
It can be a little tricky. And then I find the last couple holes tricky here too. You've got 16.
This one is, This is it. You're not gonna. Maybe I'll get there, but it's gonna be one of those. Oh well, then I chip it. If it doesn't want to go, I'll chip it.
This is gonna be a blast, I think. Give it everything you got.
Hit ultimate. Yeah. Go.
Come on, ball.
Yesterday, come on.
You know what? Not bad. Not bad for that. You easily could have been off the green. So we'll take putting for eagle here.
If you didn't have it pinned, there was no way you're going to drop that thing easily.
No, you need a big tailwind off the tee.
Yeah, true. True. But I'll take an eagle any day.
Absolutely. All right, we are minus 27 through 14. All right, so if you're playing along, watching these holes, things you can take from this so far. Have a look at his adjustments. Have a look at what he's doing. For example, that last par 5 there, hole 14. You might want to use a different ball, get a little longer off the tee there. That's going to give you the opportunity to have a real good look at it. We're going to set these missions on this one, though. Not a lot of people are going to beat this one. This is a fantastic effort so far here at Jaco. So we're just get through them best you can. Follow what he's doing. Maybe have a look at the hole before you play it in your own tournament. See what he did, and try and replicate that. The wins are going to be the same. We're looking at another Bigfoot approach here.
I tell you what, I'm going to even watch this again and see what I did. Maybe I'll pick up tips on what I didn't do right. Well.
That is one of the things. So utilize the replay function that is built in-game. everyone wants to use it just for their makes. You can use it for your misses too, right? Like if you hit a shot and it misses just by a bit, quickly hit that replay button. Or if you do like I do, you forget to clear them out all the time and it's sitting full. So here's your second duff tip: clear out those replays once in a while. But yeah, you can use them for your misses too, right? Hit that replay button, take a hot second, go back, watch to see what you did, and then even just make a mental note. I needed to go a little bit left here. I need to go a little bit right. Definitely little things you can do, tips and tricks to improve your game. All right, Par.
Let's go.
Look at this. Go. Gosh, he is on fire. Look at these par threes. He's just got them dialed in.
I'm starting to love Randpark right now.
That's what he said at the beginning. He said, "Oh, Randpark, I don't like this course." If he wasn't playing alive, we'd take you to for performance enhancing drug test after this. Look at this.
There's the steroid.
And look at, now you've got go time here too. Hole 16. It's got that tailwind. What's he gonna do?
I've never done it. And I'm not gonna do it now.
Oh, it's all right. You know what?
One.
If that pin was in the front right, if it was pin 1, you might have a go at it. But that pin 3 in the back left there. Now 16 at Randpark is my nemesis hole. I managed to have a very, very, very hot round myself one day, and hole 16 was my only miss. I made everything else. And so right now I'm like, hole 16. I want you to drop this so bad. Pick me up. Do it in my honor.
Take some revenge.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take an extra second on this one for you, Duff.
Nice win.
Yeah, it's good.
So when we see wins in Ultimate Golf, normally it's kind of counterintuitive. You would normally not want a headwind when you're playing like live or in a game. That is win number 1 that we want in this game. You want to see like a straight-on headwind. Second favorite would be a straight tailwind, and then you get into like the crosswind situations like we're in now. But definitely, give me a headwind every single time, please.
There's a funny little jump on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you'll see it on the screen. There's a funny little jump to the right. Right when you pitch, and you need to make sure that you get that going, and then you should be fine.
So setting on the Bigfoot here. Bigfoot, the approach club of choice in Ultimate Golf. Kind of get to Bigfoot as quick as you can. It's usable right from the early stages.
I took your advice from your videos at that stage, and I tried to max out Bigfoot and Hive were my first two I think that I maxed. And it was all because of that, the Bigfoot's backspin, and Hive is just a killer.
And don't be afraid too, if your Bigfoot isn't fully developed, or some other clubs as well, you can use pins to add backspin, right? So in this case, Bigfoot, you're not going to use a backspin pin on Bigfoot very often because you've already got a ton once it's at a 10. But as you're like in the midpoint of your Ultimate Golf career and your player development and club development, if you want to use those pins to add some top spin off the tee to give yourself some extra yardage, that's a fantastic use of it. Or to add some backspin on your approach shot. And also a very good opportunity to utilize pins to kind of give your clubs a little bit of a boost for specific scenarios.
Okay, so let's see. That should be okay. If it's missed, if I miss it, it's going to be close. I hope. Go for Duff.
Let's go. Pick me up. Oh, it's going to bite hard. It's going to bite hard. Yes, it is. Oh.
I should have. You know what? On that shot, I usually release that bit of backspin on Bigfoot.
So what happens there? That is very, very similar to my miss too. So Here's your more advanced Duff tip of the round. If you find yourself adjusting, pulling down a hill like he did there, you're going to want to either release a little bit of backspin or aim a little bit closer to the hole than you normally did.
Yes.
Because as you pull down that hill, it just means you're going to land just a little bit shorter than what you anticipated.
Correct. 100%.
The other side of that as well is on some of the longer shots, specifically for a course like Wolf Creek, where you're coming off the tee and you want to add some distance. If you can aim up a hill, if you can put your aiming point higher than where your ball's going to land, that's going to increase your distance off the tee, increase your distance of that shot.
Yes.
So you're always learning. You think you're doing well in the game. You're hitting everything within a couple inches, and then all of a sudden you learn something new, right? Like I'm pretty good at this game, and I'm blown away by some of the stuff guys are figuring out now. And just always learning. That is one of the nice things about Ultimate Golf is every hole is like a puzzle, right? And there's multiple ways to solve each puzzle. You look at the lightning rod, Bigfoot. Some guys hit up into the short iron range, right? Like you're looking at Orion options, Rattler options. Some guys even just pound it as far as they can and give Hive a look. We've seen some drops already in this round. By Reverend here, we've seen some Bigfoot, we've seen some lightning rod, we've seen a Hellfire drop already. I think we might have a good chance of seeing another one here. So there's no absolute way to do it for each hole.
No.
And there's different styles and different plays. So you can use my videos and videos from some of the other guys to kind of guide you down the right path, but make it your own. Figure it out. Kind of come up with your own kind of style, the way you play, and then you're going to continue to have some fun with it, right?
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, the videos and stuff are there. It guides you, but you're going to walk that path alone, my friend.
All right, hole 17, the par 3. He's been all over the par 3 so far and burns the right edge for an 897. So if you guys are wondering how those TB scores are calculated, so a 900 there would have been right at the hole, and then for every inch of miss, we just take off a point. So he was 3 inches away. That's how you get your 897.
Okay, let's see if we can drop the last one as well.
All right, we are minus 31 through 17. We are staring down a guaranteed 32, I'm going to say, with a decent chance at a 33 on what is one of the toughest closing holes out of all of the courses we have in this game. I think hole 18, other than Banff 18 has got to be the toughest one. But this hole here is definitely one of the tougher par 4s to close out all the courses we have.
Yeah, let's see. I always forget about this hole. And when I get here, I say to myself, oh no, damn. And I did it again. I left it very short. I should have been way, way up to that creek now. But let's see. There's still some room.
He's got some room. Looks like we're going to have a wood in here, sticking with that Hellfire.
Yeah, there's a funny thing is, my Hellfire was maxed, but I never upgraded it for very long. Because this Hellfire level 6 was just an awesome stick to use. And I never upgraded it until one day I decided, well, okay, let's do it. And I must say, it plays a little bit different. I would say it plays a little bit more difficult than the 6. I don't know if anybody else experienced that, but there's definitely a difference between them. And some days I regret that I even upgraded it. The same with the big stick with lightning rod. I used a lower level for a long time.
So, one of the concepts that people have a tough time understanding in Ultimate Golf is, so Hellfire at level 1 and Hellfire at level 7 are going to require the exact same adjustment in terms of how many feet on the green you need to move. So if you needed to adjust it 10 feet on a level 1 Hellfire, it's going to be that same 10 feet on the level 7. The difference is, as the accuracy increases, so the level 7 is going to have a higher accuracy, all that means is the rings now got smaller, which means there's going to be more rings to move. So the bigger rings on the Hellfire 1 and the smaller rings on the Hellfire 7, but you're still adjusting the exact same amount on the green. So once you can kind of figure that out in your head, you're like, oh, I kind of get how accuracy works now, and it's kind of a neat thing that was built into the original design of this game. All right, let's finish off strong here. Going for those double threes, 33, which would be a huge round. It's away. The Reverend Jaco. That secondary kicks in. Oh, it doesn't get any closer than that. Oh, I thought it was in. Wow.
Yeah, a bit disappointing on the back nine there, but it was a load of fun.
There you go. Leave it right there. Let's look at this round. Minus 32 over 18 holes at Randpark Firethorn. For Jaco, the Reverend. Dude, it's been awesome to have you on here, get to know you a little bit. Like we said before, I think one of only a few players from South Africa that are playing this game. Let's try and get the word out. Maybe get a few more guys playing. But awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, Duff, like I said earlier on, it's an honor and a pleasure. And good to meet some of the hype guys as well. Kate. I will continue to love this game, and I will never stop playing it as long as I'm able to. And stick with my club. I think it's my retirement village, that one. So but thank you so much, Duff, and it's been a blast.
What a great way to put it. Whiskey Business is now the retirement village. All right, that is the end of another VIP tournament. I'm Duff, your host. Good luck completing all those missions. We're going to have a lot more of these coming down the pipe, hopefully soon. Good luck playing the new course, the Bush Willow. And again, thank you to Jaco for joining us. I'm Duff, and we'll see you out on the course.